What's going on, everybody? My name's Chris. Welcome to my shop. I just recently finished my second guitar build. You can see a link to that video in the description, but I wanted to give a shop update, show you what's going on since I finished that guitar, things I've been working on, and the ideas I have going forward of things I want to do. So first thing you may notice is I look like a young man because I shaved my beard off. I didn't shave it, I just clipped it off, but I had an accident a couple of days ago trying to trim it, and it just got to the point where I just decided I needed to do a complete reset, just take the whole thing off and let it grow back out. So now you're seeing what it looked like in my earlier videos on my YouTube channel. But let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what I'm working on. This is guitar number 3. You may have not seen this if you don't follow me on Instagram. I'm posting updates about this build on Instagram, so that's really the best place to get updates on what I'm working on. I'll put the name of my Instagram channel on the screen. I've already got the back together. You can see I've got the rim set done. The back is attached. Got the bracing in there, and here's the top. You may have seen this on Instagram if you follow me, but this top, I just want to give the backstory on this, came from Martin, the Martin factory back in the 80s, from a guy who worked there. He bought it from the employee store. Apparently they have a store on site where employees can buy, secondhand tops or, things like that that Martin doesn't want to put in their production guitars. He ended up sending me this top, said he just wanted to see it put into a guitar, which is really cool. So he sent it to me from where he lives, and I've been working on it. I've got it down to thickness. I'm ready to put the bracing on. Right now, actually, I'm sanding the stock for the X brace. You can see there's the pencil marks there. I've got a little bit left to do. I got that brace wood from this bigger block here, which came from Allied Lutherie. I'll go ahead and put a link to them. I remember building my first guitar. I had trouble figuring out which side went up and which side went to the side. And because, looking at the side, you need to have that grain going straight up and down. This grain looks like it's, approaching rift sawn. It's not completely quarter sawn, but rift sawn would be kind of angled one way or the other. Quarter sawn is straight up and down, but it's got some good tight grain on the top, you can see. But this is the side that goes up. So if you look to the side, you can see some wider lines. That's the flat sawn side. So you want to have it like this. So you got to be mindful when you're cutting out your brace wood that you're planning for this to be the top. So that's what I've done here. You can see the grains kind of running up and down there. So you can see kind of some wider grain lines going down the side here. That's the flat sawn side. And it's got some tighter lines. See here? Real tight grain lines running the length of the wood. So you got to decide either this is the top or this is the top. Either way, but I decided that this is the bottom. It's the side I'm sanding. I don't want to accidentally turn it upside down and start sanding, So anyway, I'm doing the X brace right now. I'm hoping to get all the brace wood on the guitar today. I got this wood from Fiddleback Woodshack. I'll put a link to them in the description as well. That's Claro walnut, the sides and the back. I got the kerfing from Allied Lutherie as well. The head and tail blocks I think I got from LMI. That Sitka spruce brace wood, the same wood as what I'm doing for the top. And I believe I got the back reinforcement strip there along the back from LMI as well. I turned it over and you can see the back. It's got a lot of different colors in it, which I think looks really good. It's going to look great with some finish on it, but having this top with the kind of streaks of color in it, I wanted to get something on the back that kind of had streaks of color as well. So if you look at the color, it looks kind of reddish brown almost, and sometimes a little orange is what I thought it was when I first got it. It looked more orangish, which is why I decided to go with some orange and brownish colors in the rosette. I was going to do a completely green rosette, but then I decided to kind of mix it up and make it kind of go with what I'm putting it into, which has got some streaks of color here. The back's got some different colors here. Even right here looks almost greenish to my eye. It's got some more orangish brown colors in it. And it even has a black strip here going down the middle. So I've got a black piece in the rosette right there. I don't know, just trying to make, playing for the design of the guitar while I'm building it, instead of just building without taking any of that into account. I'm still new with this, so I'm still learning, of course. What I have planned also is another size of guitar. I figured if I'm going to be making guitars, I don't want to make just OMs. I want to build something a little bigger as well. So I was looking around at all the different guitar sizes. Originally, I was going to do a Martin Dreadnought copy. But then I started just looking around at other manufacturers, Gibson and things like that. And I found a Gibson Jumbo. And I find the shape to be really pleasing. So I went ahead and picked up a template. Now this is a template for a J185. I'm going to use this as my starting point. I will probably modify it just a little bit, the same way I modified the OM shape to make this guitar and my second guitar build. There's some things I don't really care for up on the upper bout. I really like the round shape of the lower bout a lot, which is kind of why I went with this one. I may end up adjusting some of these lines whenever I make the actual template, but I'll of course use this to figure out where the bracing goes. This is mainly why I got it, so I can just lay it on top and mark for the bracing. But I like the round shape. It looks really cool. And let me get the OM template out and we can see what the size differences are. Just lay the OM shape right in front. So you can see automatically there's a difference in the sound hole location. The Gibson Jumbo comes out farther than the OM. Here's where the OM stops. This comes out to here. So it's a little bit wider across the lower bout. It's about as thin as the OM waist. The waist comes about to the same spot. I like that tight waist of the OM. I think it looks nice. So I like the way it looks in the Jumbo as well. But you can see the Gibson is about an inch taller. So from the neck to body joint down to the lower bout, it's going to be about an inch bigger and bigger across the lower bout. About the same distance on the upper bout from side to side, and then the same at the waist, but just a bigger lower bout. And the sound hole seems to be a little higher up in the body on the Gibson than the OM, because if I even put them up here and kind of line the sound holes up, you can see that the sound hole is higher up in the upper bout compared to where the waist is. If I look at the OM, it's lower down, almost in between the waist curves. I don't know. I'm still a noob trying to talk about guitar stuff. I'm still learning. I mean, I'm only building my third guitar. And of course, the fact that I'm building a new guitar shape means I have to make new template, new mold, bending forms, and all of that stuff. So that's going to take me a while to get into. I got to get some MDF, and I'll make the mold the same way I made the mold for that guitar. It just took a little while. A lot of MDF dust being blown everywhere, and I just got to do it. Just got to do it. Well, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. And, I got a lot of new subscribers recently. A couple of months ago, my first guitar build video, the full video from start to finish, suddenly started doing well. I guess somehow the YouTube algorithm started promoting it a little bit. I don't know, but I've got a lot of new subscribers because of that. So I want to thank all of you who subscribed and who have liked my videos. That really goes a long way to help my channel out, and try to do more and provide more information and stuff like this. So thank you for that. And that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.